are you affected by the energy soup we're all swimming in? Everything is energy, even what we consider the solid, real world that we experience by our five senses. We see, hear, smell, taste, and touch the physical world around us, but we also experience the effects of what we can't see, like electricity. These energies are frequency, measured in hertz. Like the music we hear, the combination of notes creating chords affect the feeling or vibe we experience. Some make us feel sad, angry, or anxious. Others bring us to a higher space, into happiness, joy, and inspiration. The planets and objects in the space around us also have frequency. Our own Earth hums what's called the Schumann resonance. Its fluctuations are measured and constantly monitored, much like the weather and the activity of our sun. Each planet has its own voice and vibe, giving it personality archetype. The aspects in astrology of squares, oppositions, trines, sextiles, and conjunctions inform the vibrational chord that they create with each other. Frequencies travel forever like waves in the ocean, and this is how the resonance given off by the different planets can affect us from so far away. So the energy soup is the song sung by the bodies in the cosmos that is heard from our perspective on our planet Earth. Let's explore this week's astrological transits along with the intuitive vibe that we pick up from the cards for the four elements. These energy soup videos come in sections. The first has this week's transits. The second has an energy soup card for the collective. The third has the 3 gifts reading for the signs in the 4 elements. The 4 element videos all share the same energy soup transit and collective card section. The sections are time-stamped below, and if you are watching for more than just one element and want to skip that, you can do that if you've already seen it. Thank you so much for watching. I love playing with the stars and the cards, and I've been doing live readings for many years, and I'm really enjoying learning how to bring them to you on YouTube. Thank you so much for sharing my passion for self-discovery. If you'd like to support my growth on this channel, please like, subscribe, and comment. I love hearing how these readings might be working out for you. This week's transits will be discussing the portal between the eclipses. The eclipse seasons and their portals happen twice a year and are always on the new and full moons. The 2 weeks between a solar and lunar eclipse is considered a portal. Eclipse energies are in effect for 6 months up to a year. Eclipses can feel like one is being carried on the current of fate. They can bring unforeseen changes in dynamics and circumstances, sometimes desired, sometimes not. A solar eclipse is like a new moon on steroids. It catalyzes new beginnings and is a good time for setting intentions for the future. It can bring unexpected transformational developments, thus triggering profound decisions and life changes. This last eclipse of August 12th took place on the lunar south node of karmic history and past life experience. It is bringing increased awareness around old patterns, beliefs, and habits that inhibit our growth, releasing potential towards movement into the next new cycle. It can teach us to pivot with life's current toward being open to changes that support our true alignment. The upcoming lunar eclipse is on August 27th and 28th, depending on where you are on the planet. Lunar eclipses are like full moons on steroids. They tend to bring to light hidden emotional patterns, attachments, and circumstances that have outlived their usefulness. They catalyze change through revealing what's working and what's not. This can lead to major turning points in life that can steer toward more fulfillment. This eclipse will occur near the lunar north node of soul purpose in this current lifetime. It doubles down on what is being revealed, encouraging decisions to take steps towards that soul purpose in this life as a human running around on the planet. For the collective, these eclipses trigger events on the world stage to progress into the next cycle. Toxic personalities and social, economic, and political systems will continue to be exposed, as well as the negative, unseen positive dynamics in the innovation of community building, individual courage, technology, earth stewardship, and leadership will also come into our awareness. This set of eclipses suggests a wild ride of instability, leading to strong potential for humanity as a whole. There is much opportunity to make great strides to a new vision of our human experience. Be aware of ever-exposing toxicity, but don't get stuck in its quicksand and drown. Using that information to navigate new territory brings valuable wisdom to create better foundations than the old ones that we see crumbling. It is said that during these eclipse portals, the veil is thinner and there's easier access to spirits and dreams. Communication can flow with the non-physical, such as ancestors, spirit guides, God, the universe, angels, and nature entities, whatever appeals to you. It is an excellent time to go within, to focus on what's going on inside you and zoom out into the bigger picture around you. Use whatever tools you are called to: meditation, prayer, yoga, tarot, music, and most of all, just be present in your body and get out in nature. The more of us that focus on our individual purposes, contributing from our true given talents, gifts, and joy, the more energy is generated and focused into the wave of positive growth for all of us. To me, astrology gives language and pattern recognition to the energy dynamics of the universe and our lives. Like surfers on the beach, we can watch the sets of waves for that one that can carry the ride we came for. When timing and conditions are right, we'll know that one when we see it. It is then, with focused intention, we can synchronize to match its energy and catch that ride. So I've pulled 2 cards for our collective today for the energy soup. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Moon reversed. And to me, this is really talking about the Knight of Pentacles being things that are not well planned out. This is a personality or an energy of things not being well planned out and executed. We are seeing so much of that in the world, and pretty self-explanatory. And then also the Moon reversed is about things that have been unseen and hidden are coming to light. And we were just talking about that with these eclipses, and especially the full moon coming up. That's a lot is going to be coming out and into the light, and we're seeing it, we're watching it in the world around us. So this is about the coming to light of unseen things, about things not getting done and not being well planned out, and things just not being taken care of. So we're seeing this out in the world, but in the collective. But we'll be seeing when it correlates with the cards with the elements of how is this happening in your life, because part of the energy soup is that we're all in it. So we're going to see it out in the world, but how is it also happening in your life? And I know certain things that I need to get on top of that I've been been slack on. So this is a great reminder to pay attention to what's going on in your own world as well as what's going on around us. All right, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We're going to do our 3 gifts reading for all of you. The middle card is the gift of where we are right now, in the present moment. with our energy soup here, with the collective. This card will represent the energies coming in. It's the gift that the universe is bringing toward us. It's based on the frequencies that we are putting out. So it's what's being lined up in the universe pipeline for us. This card will represent the energies that are wanting to flow away. And the gift there is that it is a gift to someone else, to the collective, or a gift to ourselves by forgiving and letting something go, allowing it to flow away from us without judgment, resentment, anger, sadness, but all of that. So anyway, this card, our present moment card, will be represented by the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. I love this deck. And we've got the Eight of Cups reversed. So I see this card as being kind of stuck and emotionally not being able to make a decision of whether we need to walk away from something that we're really emotionally invested in or to stay. And I feel like we're just kind of feeling emotionally stuck. To me, this card often is about really being self-reflected. He's looking into the full moon here and really looking deep at what's going on emotionally. The Eight Cups here represent this emotional investment where I've done so much towards this emotionally that I don't want to let it go. It could be a relationship or a job or a living situation, or it could be emotionally attached to a way of thinking. And a lot of us are being challenged to that right now. So this is about being kind of stuck and not being able to make that decision, and maybe not being willing to look at all those what's coming up emotionally around that situation, and just looking at, well, I'm so far in, I can't leave it right now. And so anyway, that's kind of where I see the earth signs are kind of stuck emotionally right now. So this card is represented by the Rock and Roll Tarot by Vicki Verley, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. And let's see, what has the universe got lined up for us? Oh, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So this is awesome. This is about being really independent and self-sufficient, of being able to recognize one's accomplishments in the world. This is often a card of entrepreneurship, of being able to create your own living by creating the environment around you and being able to appreciate your accomplishments within that space. It sometimes is a card of single people, but it doesn't have to mean out of or not in relationship. This is about being able to recognize your own single accomplishments and being able to stand and really appreciate what you've built around you. This is a wonderful card. I love seeing this come in. And I really feel, just from my own take of what's going on in the world, of watching everything crumbling apart because things aren't getting done, I think that we're going to be seeing a lot more people starting their own businesses and taking charge in their families and in their own home spaces to create the environment that they really want to be able to work in and be healthy in. And I think this is great. This is really great. So this card is being represented by the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott, another deck I really love. And we've got the Hermit. So I feel like This is about, for one thing, maybe being letting go of taking everything on by yourself. I feel like, you know, even though this is a card of accomplishment by a single person, it's not done by yourself. This is about taking responsibility to get the help that you need, of learning what you need, finding mentors, finding lenders, finding, of having the support and taking responsibility to get the support that you need to do the things that you can't do for yourself. And so I feel like this is about letting go of taking everything on by yourself, of only listening to your own guidance, but that's part of the path, is being able to listen to your own self, but not feel like you have to go it alone. Part of finding that path is taking all the information that you see around you and using your own guidance to discern what is the right way to go. Not necessarily it's always got to be my idea. I like this. I think this is the big card here. This is the major arcana. So this, I really feel like it has to be let go of. It's always got to be. I almost feel like the term "my way" or the highway is coming up. I feel like sometimes we have a tendency to want to do only what we think is, and I really feel like that's part of this walking away, is not being so emotionally invested in just the way I've always done it. And the earth signs can be a little bit stubborn on that kind of stuff. It's okay. You ground all the other elements. It's good. I like the earth signs are going to be really good at spotting the stuff that has been, the practical stuff that is not getting done. We love you, earth signs, for that. Okay, so I've got two more cards, and they are here for practical guidance through navigating all of this. And the first one is from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle by Vicki Verley. And these are all animals. And so we've got the bee. And so for one thing, bees are, they have the hive mentality. They all work really hard as individuals, but they do it for the greater good of the whole. And I feel like that's kind of where we need to be able to build the life we want as individuals, to be happy in our own selves, but using the God-given talents and all the skills that we have to contribute to the greater good, to lift us all up, to make it so that now we are all supporting each other, and we're not just depending on top down to take care of us. Fertility, abundance, creativity, propagation, strong connections to home and family, accomplishing tasks in a timely manner, tasting of the sweet nectar in life. Oh, that's this one right here. Tasting of the sweet nectar in life. And so fertility, abundance, creativity, and propagation. This is about what are we doing as to not just maintain what we need to survive. It's about always doing something that not only does it support us now, but it's going to support us into the future. And I think that's going to be where, the practical earth signs are going to be so good at being able to, how do I do this? And then stack the activities and resources that we're putting in, that they do more than one thing. That's a permaculture principle. And I'll be talking about permaculture principles where we create closed loop systems to support ourselves and build upon things so that we're not dependent on outside sources and we don't have waste. And then the activities and energy expelled and expended ends up building soil in a garden so that it perpetuates things and makes less work as we go and creates more abundance for all of us. Strong connections to home and family. Again, this is going to be how do we, through the tasks of our lives and through the use of our resources, start using the mentality of building relationships. Those are part of our resources. Accomplishing tasks in a timely manner. I think that's going to be about accountability, of being able to take something on and see it through beginning, middle, and end, and then be able to walk away from it and on to the next. I'm taking that one to heart. Bethy. Okay, so the other card we have is from the flower petals, and I really enjoy getting guidance from the animals and the plants. I've always been better at taking advice from them than people. Okay, so we've got the poppy. Remember who you wanted to be. So I really, this card often makes me feel like, I think it's good to check in with your 11-year-old self. Where were you then? What were your aspirations? What were your dreams? And, by checking in with that 11-year-old self, if they were looking at your life, what would they think? Would they think, oh man, I'm so glad, keep going? Or, oh no, what are you doing? I think that it's really important for us to not let life take us on a meander away from who we truly want to be. And it's not just what we want to do as a living. It's about how do we want to live our daily lives and who do we want to be as a person. This is an awesome one. Check in with your 11-year-old self. Well, wonderful. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it landed in some way with you, Earth signs. And please let me know if anything resonated with you. I'd love to hear any comments. I hope you have a really great week. Take to heart this little portal between the eclipses. We'll be talking about the lunar eclipse that's coming up next week. But take some time to really do it. This is a really good time to do this reflection and feel it through. It's a water card. Sometimes that's hard for the earth signs. Go swimming, take a hot shower, have a good cry, drink a little wine. Check in with yourself. Have a great week. Thank you so much. Bye. Wow.